Lewis Hamilton has been reunited with Fred Vasseur for the first time since the duo won the 2006 GP2 title, and Vasseur has admitted Hamilton is, quote, not the same as he was back then. Now, of course, 40 years old and a 7-time F1 world champion, Hamilton has to get Ferrari over the hump and end the 17-year title drought. Well, before we continue, I just want to remind you that we are posting more news videos like this one every week now that the F1 season's starting back up again. So if you haven't already, this is as good a time as ever to subscribe down below.
2024 was, in terms of his position in the championship, the worst year of Hamilton's F1 career, finishing 7th despite winning both the Belgian and the British Grand Prix. Even though he is the most successful F1 driver of all time, Ferrari have been criticized for acquiring the veteran Hamilton, as Carlos Sainz was proving to be a worthy rival of Charles Leclerc. Vasseur, one of the main drivers behind the move for Hamilton, has absolutely no concerns about the alleged diminishing ability of his former pupil. Quote, he showed in Abu Dhabi, starting from the back and coming back to P4, overtaking Russell in the last lap, that the pace is there, and I had no doubts before. He's not the same. He's 20 years older than when we were together first. Everybody is changing, improving, developing. For sure, he's much more mature, much more experienced, and he's the perfect fit with the team today. That's exactly what I was looking for the team, for me, for Charles. I think it's the perfect combination.
There is good news and there's bad news for all of you who have an F1 TV subscription. The good? F1 TV is set to introduce 4K and HDR streaming this season and even multi-viewer. The bad? This will most likely cost you extra should you want it.
F1 TV Pro has been around since 2018, albeit not in every country. In the UK, for example, it is unavailable, and the same goes for countries like Germany and Spain. Most rights holders, of course, want every subscriber they can get.
However, for you people who do have it, fans have discovered within F1 TV's source code, so when you right-click and hit Inspect on Chrome or Firefox, there is a text that reads, create your ultimate custom race view, 200+ miles per hour speeds in crystal clear 4K Ultra HD, followed by 2 buttons, Upgrade and Get Premium.
This will most likely mean you will have to pay extra to watch F1 in ultra high definition. According to Multiviewer, the new function will be tested this week and rolled out after for the 2025 season. Is 4K and HDR something you'd be willing to pay extra for? Let us know in the comments down below.
And finally, it's not quite race week, but we will see cars on track for the first time this week as the official winter test in Bahrain gets underway. Let's go through all the info we have on it so far, including the time schedule.
As has been the case in recent years, winter testing takes place at the Bahrain International Circuit. Teams will get 3 days to put their cars through their paces and get an idea of just how good, or bad, their 2025 Challenger will be. Sauber, Aston Martin, McLaren and Ferrari haven't announced yet who will test on what day, but this is what we do know. Mercedes, Alpine, Haas and Racing Bulls will split all 3 days, so both drivers will get 1 session per testing day. Red Bull and Williams have done it slightly differently. Max Verstappen and Carlos Sainz will have Thursday all to themselves, so 8 hours on the track, while Liam Lawson and Alex Albon will get all of Friday to bomb around the circuit. As far as the schedule goes, the running on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday starts at 7 a.m. GMT, so if you live in the British time zone. It continues until 11 and picks up an hour later. The afternoon session on all 3 days is from 12 to 4 p.m. British time. If you're in the US, that means 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern time for the morning session and 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. for the afternoon's running. Don't worry though, if you don't fancy getting up early for that, we'll be here to recap it in a future video. We got you covered.
Well, that's it for another news video. I'll be back later today with this week's special. Make sure you don't miss that one. It's a very good video. Either way, thanks for watching and I'll catch you next time.